Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Many Tribes, One Kingdom. It's your friend John, here joined as always by our good friend and future general of the Salvation Army.
Hey, it's your friend Dustin here. And I do not agree with that last part, nor do I endorse that at all.
You don't have to, I did it for you. Okay. So, we have an exciting video today, don't we, Dustin?
Yeah. Yes. It's one I'm tired of hearing about.
Yeah, so do you want to go ahead and just introduce it?
I guess so. And this is a disclaimer. God did not have a wife.
All right, calm down there, buddy.
I will say this again. He did not have a wife. And John pointed this out while we were having our little mini conversation before we start these videos. He pointed out this one thing. If God really did have a wife named Asherah, he must have really hated her for how he treated her.
Hey, that was my line to say.
I said, as you said earlier.
Yeah, but I wanted to say it. Oh, it's fine. Anyway, sorry guys. So yeah, you don't hear this one too often, but you do hear it. And especially amongst, say, agnostics and atheists, they'll say, well, your God had a wife in the Old Testament. Well, where is she now? Like they'll claim that Christians got rid of the idea of God having a wife. Here's the thing, guys. This idea does not show up. Now, I know what some of you are already typing, and I will ask you to hold your clicking fingers. I don't know if you can see my fingers moving or not, but hold your clicking fingers. Let me talk before you type. So I know what many of you will say. What?
Is it too late?
Oh, I know what many of you are going to say. They'll say, well, archaeologists have found evidence of Asherah being listed as the wife of Yehovah. And I will say to that, listen, scripture tells us that the ancient Israelites imported pagan beliefs into their practices.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not surprising. And in fact, it actually confirms the biblical record. When you read about, these ideas of pagan beliefs being mixed in with Judaism, that doesn't disprove Judaism. In anything, it actually confirms the biblical record in which Israel was practicing pagan beliefs. I've heard this one listed a few times. I've even met people who believe this one. I met a man whose name I will not disclose, but he was a believer, but he firmly believed that God had a wife named Asherah.
Now, this is easily disproven.
Of course.
Because in not just one account, but in multiple accounts, I could say from Deuteronomy to Judges to First Kings, Second Kings, and the Second Chronicles, God orders and demands the removal and the destruction of Asherah statues, and demands that nobody ever place an Asherah statue next to his altar.
And also that not only that, but that no one even mention the name of Asherah. She is not to be worshipped. She is not to be praised or acknowledged. She's an individual in the Old Testament sometimes referred to as the Queen of Heaven. And in fact, if you read the book of Jeremiah, this is one of the main reasons why Jerusalem was sent into exile, because they offered sacrifices to the Queen of Heaven. And like I said, and like Dustin stole, if this was God's wife, then this must have been a really, really dysfunctional relationship. More dysfunctional than any of mine put together.
Actually, here's one part why it's dysfunctional. And I'm going to. This is Judges chapter 6, verse 28. When the men of the city arose early in the morning, behold, the altar of Baal was torn down, and the Asherah statue, the Asherah which was beside it, was cut down, and the second bull was offered on the altar which had been built. So, if Asherah was God's wife, then why was the Asherah found next to Baal's statue?
That's another thing. In fact, in the mythology, Asherah was Baal's wife, not God.
Yeah.
this is just a rumor that can really just be put to bed. This is a rumor that needs to stop being spread. I don't really have anything else I can add to it. Do you?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay.
1 Kings 18:19. Now then, send and gather to me all Israel at Mount Carmel, together with 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat of Jezebel's table. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jezebel, is this a reference to Jezebel of Revelation, or is this a different Jezebel?
No. This is the reference to the Jezebel who was King Ahab's wife. They were some of the worst leaders of the kingdom of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They prophets of God killed. They enforced Baal worship throughout the land. It was a very, very dark time in Israel's past.
Okay. So, I mean, go ahead.
This is a goddess endorsed by Jezebel, and Jezebel hated everything to do with God. So if Asherah was God's wife, then do you think Jezebel would be endorsing her prophets?
No, absolutely not. I mean, the fact that they're gathering Baal and Asherah together sort of points towards one simple fact, that these were always in constant communion with each other, rather than them being identifiably separate, or Asherah being married to Yahweh, or so Jehovah.
Yeah. So I think that's everything we got. What do you think?
I mean, if you do believe, if you did believe, or you still believe that Asherah is the wife of Jehovah, we would like to know down below if you are, or if you want to keep that confidential. You can email us. As always, we do have our email link down below, and we'd like to continue this discussion with you. But to be honest with you, and this is a hint towards a future video, it destroys any idea of the Trinity of even existing if Asherah is quote unquote God's wife.
Yes. And again, be respectful.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you guys this. This is coming from, I was researching a totally different topic earlier, but I saw the people in the comment section who disagreed with the person who wrote the article, and they were very disrespectful. And just don't do that, guys. Come on. Let's be adults.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you guys for staying with us in this very short video. I hope you enjoyed that sermon, and hit that subscribe button down below, that bell notification, because I know you're going to want to stay up to date with our future videos, especially with the good one we got planned for next Sunday. Don't you think, John?
Oh, I'm excited for next Sunday's video. Be ready to
be ready. I hinted at it just a few minutes ago, but be ready. God bless you guys, and you have a blessed day.